Hi and welcome back. About 5 months ago, in another video, I shared with you that we are going to be moving to Paris at the end of the summer. And quite a few of you have asked, have you moved yet? Are you living in Paris yet? When are you moving? So in today's video, I want to give you kind of a life update and share with you what is hopefully going to happen in my life over the next few weeks. But first of all, in case you don't know, currently, we are living in Naples, Italy, and we have lived here for the last 3 years. So at the time of making this video, we are still in Italy. We are still in our very hot house. So if you see me getting more and more sweaty, it has been incredibly hot in Italy, and I can't turn the air conditioner on because you won't hear me. So currently, we are still in Italy. And several of you have asked if my husband is Italian and if that is how we ended up living here. And no, my husband is American. We met in California, but my husband is in the American Navy. So since getting married almost 10 years ago, we have lived all over the place, moved all over the place. And for the last 3 years, we have been stationed here in Naples. So Naples has an American base as well as a NATO base. So about 5 months ago, we found out that our next duty station will be in Paris, France. And of course, we are excited about that, especially since when you are in the military, you don't get much say in where you're going next. You usually get presented with a couple of options, and then you can voice your preference. If you're lucky, you get your preference. And actually, we have been very lucky. So about 8 months ago, we got to choose between Cameroon, Africa, and Paris, France. We chose Paris, and about 3 months after making our choice, found out that indeed we are going to Paris. So for the last 5 months, we have been excited about this move. We have been planning this move, and it seemed as if it was never getting here. Now it's here. We are moving in 2 days. Our house is a mess, so if you see a mess behind me, excuse it. There are boxes all over the place. Tomorrow, the movers are coming. They will take all of our stuff, put it on a truck, and drive it to Paris. So we will be out of this house in 2 days. And then we actually are going to a hotel for 1 week because my husband is not quite done with work. So for 1 week, we will be living in a hotel here in Naples, Italy. And after that week, we had the most grandiose plans. My husband actually has a 3-week vacation. And after that, he has to go to the United States to take a class. So our plan originally, and I had shared it with you, was to drive from here to Paris. We were going to keep the car we bought here and then take our time driving to Paris. We had this beautiful route figured out, stopping in Rimini, spend some time on the Italian Riviera, which I had never been, going into Switzerland, go hiking and explore Switzerland. From there, we were going to go to Germany and visit some friends, and then from Germany slowly make our way to Paris. However, because of COVID, things are a bit complicated right now in Europe and the rest of the world. It seems as if in Europe, every country right now has their own rules and regulations when it comes to COVID. Some countries require nothing. Others require you to have a green pass, which I'll talk a bit more about in a second. Others just want to see a negative COVID test. So there are so many different rules and regulations, and we didn't really want to take the risk crossing so many different borders, not exactly knowing what the rules and regulations are, since they seem to be changing constantly. So we nixed that plan, even though we were really looking forward to it. So then we thought, I'll just go to the United States with my husband. As I said, he has to take a class there. So we were going to go early. I haven't been home. The United States is home for me at this point. I haven't been home in I think about 5 years. So that sounded really nice. But of course, we have our baby. We have Sam, our little dog. And Sam loves to travel. She is so easy to travel with. She has been to 15 different countries. So she loves to travel. But when we fly, of course, she's only 8 pounds. She comes in cabin with us. But since airlines are right now also changing their rules and regulations constantly, we were a bit worried. Our fear was that maybe we could make it to the US and then coming back, they might say, we are sorry, but you can't bring your dog on the plane or not into cabin, and she has to be down with the luggage. And there's no way I am putting Sam down with the luggage. She's tiny, and I think I would have so much anxiety. So would she. So we made 100 more plans, and they kept changing because of COVID. And the military is actually not making things easy either. Actually, for us to drive to Paris, our car is registered in the NATO system, not in Italy. So to take our car out of the NATO system and drive it into another country is nearly impossible. So that and COVID, like I said, our plans kept changing. So finally, we decided to just fly to Paris. However, once we get to Paris, we are houseless for a little while. We do actually already have an apartment. The American Embassy in Paris assigned us an apartment, a very cute apartment. I can't wait to show it to you, and it is in a great location. It is very close to Champ de Mars, which is the big park with the Eiffel Tower. So I can't wait to show it to you. But the apartment is not available until October. So for a little while, we are going to be houseless. So rather than just staying in a hotel in Paris, so we decided to fly to Paris, as I said. And the reason we did is because we knew we only crossed one border and we sort of know the rules and regulations, though they have changed as well, and I'll get into that in a second. But so we are flying to Paris, and then rather than just staying in a hotel, we decided to rent a camper, which is something we had actually wanted to do for quite a while. So we rented this little camper, and that's where we're going to live in, and we're going to travel through France. We actually haven't figured out yet where we're going to go. So if you have any suggestions, please share them down below. I would love to hear them. So for a few weeks, we are going to be living in this camper, and we're actually really excited about it. It sounds like an adventure. Once my husband's vacation is over, he then has to fly to the United States. I will go back to Paris and just stay in a little Airbnb. Once my husband comes back, we then get to move into our apartment. So that is the plan right now. Stay in a hotel here for a week, fly to Paris, live in a camper, travel through France, and as I said, if you have any suggestions, please leave them down below. Then my husband will go to the US. I will stay in a little Airbnb. Once my husband comes back, we get to move into our apartment. The only thing that is a bit iffy is that France just last week came out with what is called a Green Pass. And a Green Pass is an app on your phone, on your smartphone, which shows that you're fully vaccinated. Now here in Italy, we also have a Green Pass as of last week. And supposedly you need to show it if you go into restaurants, hotels, museums. But Italy, being Italy, they are quite laid back about it. Though some places do require you to show a Green Pass, or at least proof of vaccination. But for the most part, as I said, Italy being Italy, they are still quite laid back about it. But we have heard that France is not. In fact, when they first came out with the Green Pass, and I don't know what they are talking about now, but at first they were actually talking about fining people if they let you into their establishment without actually showing a Green Pass. So as I said, I don't know what is happening right now. I know that Parisians are not that crazy about the Green Pass situation, and there was actually a big protest just this weekend. So that is the only thing that is a bit iffy. Because though my husband and I are fully vaccinated, we got vaccinated on base. So we went through the American system. We both have the Moderna vaccine, and of course we have our little CDC card. But to actually get a Green Pass, you need what's called a QR code. So when you get vaccinated in Europe, you get a QR code. You then take that QR code, put it into your app on your smartphone, and that's your Green Pass. But in the United States, we don't have QR codes. We just, again, have the little CDC card. So my husband actually was lucky enough to get a QR code because he has what is called a Codice Fiscale. And the Codice Fiscale is the Italian equivalent to an American social security number. And when you come here as a foreigner, you get assigned a Codice Fiscale. So my husband has a Codice Fiscale, therefore he was able to get a QR code and he actually has a Green Pass. I don't have a Codice Fiscale because I am a European citizen and I don't need one. But because I don't have a Codice Fiscale, I can't get a Green Pass. So it is a bit complicated right now, but we are hopeful that it will all work out. And we have heard that you can get a temporary Green Pass once you're in France. So several people have told me they just went to a pharmacy and they got a temporary Green Pass. So once I have a temporary Green Pass, I can then get on a train, go to Germany, where I can get a permanent one. So the whole thing is a bit complicated. And as soon as I know more how it all works out, I will definitely keep you updated because several of you have told me that you are going to Europe in fall. And this is of course going to affect you as well. So as soon as I know more, I will update you. But like I said, we are hopeful it will all work out. But just in case, keep your fingers crossed. So for me to get on the plane, since I don't have a Green Pass, what I need to do is get tested and hopefully having a negative COVID test and my CDC card, they will let me on a plane and then also to restaurants and hotels and everything in France. Or as I said, hopefully I can get a temporary Green Pass until I can get a permanent one. Now, I know there are many different opinions on vaccine passports and Green Passes. I think in the United States, some states are doing similar things. And whatever your opinion, I completely respect it. But I can't say I blame these countries for having these rules and regulations, especially here in Europe, where most countries provide socialized medicine. I can understand them saying, listen, you are welcome to come into our country, but we want to make sure that you are healthy or at least don't have COVID because we are paying for the health of our people. So I don't blame them. It is just so complicated. But as I said, it will all work out. Now, since we are going to be houseless for a little while, it is going to be challenging for me to upload as many videos as I have. I definitely want to try to upload at least once a week because I want to stay connected with you. You have turned into my little YouTube family and I love being connected with you. It really means a lot to me. So I am going to try to upload at least once a week. But just know that if I miss a week or if I don't answer comments right away, we probably don't have Wi-Fi because I don't know if in the camper we actually have Wi-Fi. But I will do my very best to upload at least once a week. We are in this house for 2 more days. I will try to make as many videos ahead of time as I can so that I can upload them while we are in the process of moving, and that way we can stay connected. Once we get to Paris, I should get back to my regular posting schedule, hopefully in no time. But if there's anything you want me to show you in Paris, please leave it down below. Anything you want to see, as I said, I can't wait to show you our apartment. It is so cute. and anything else you want to see. I get quite a few questions, people asking me, I'm going to France, what should I get at a French pharmacy? So if you want me to take you to a French pharmacy, I would love to. I love French pharmacies. Just let me know down below. So I think this is it. I think I've told you everything. I would love to know how your summer is going. Are you traveling? Have you traveled? What are your plans? Please share down below. As I said, I love being connected with you. It really means a lot to me. And I love when you share a bit more about yourself in the comments. And as I said, if you have any suggestions where to travel in France in our camper, please also share down below. All right, and that's it. I'm going to go back to packing, cleaning, moving stuff, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you for being here. Bye.